Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Cast with Haris. I've got Vakas here with me again, and we're going to be talking about 10 ways that you can help your local business and the ways you can do your part in supporting local business. Right, Vakas?
Yes. And before I start, I have to mention something. This is gonna be a surprise to you, but I was caught in the last video, um, scratching my armpit. So my wife Aspa told me not to do that again.
Oh, really?
She's like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm touching my mouth all the
I
time. I'm
know, I
touching
know.
my. I'm not used to this. This is only our third time, right?
My
So
second.
yeah, so it's not I'm not the best at it. We'll get there, right?
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
get
Just don't do
we'll
any of
make our
this.
we'll make our wives watch
Don't
more
do any
often.
of this.
So one thing that I want to also mention is that on our last video, because it was a pretty heated topic with COVID and stuff like that, we went a little bit way over our time. I think a lot of people were tuning out just because it was too long.
Hmm.
So we're gonna try to keep this video a little bit short, concise, and to the point, so people have a structured video to watch, right?
Yes,
And kind of
yes.
get our opinion out there at the same time.
Hmm.
So jumping right into it,
Okay.
I want to
So we're
talk
talking
about.
about 10 ways we can support our local businesses. So local shops, local mom and pop shops, and whatnot. We're not talking about like big box stores and whatnot. Not Amazon, right?
Yeah. So the main idea is the goal is to support local business, right?
Yeah.
Local small business that's been affected by this pandemic. To be honest with you, big retailers like Walmart, Amazon are actually making more money.
Of course. They're milking it.
Yeah.
Amazon
So
Amazon not Amazon, sorry, Walmart stopped price matching
yeah,
mid
that's right.
October.
Yeah, it's not part of my press watching. I mean, and a lot of things you kind of have to go and buy it from Walmart.
Mm,
But uh, you can try to go other places if you can. So
right,
that's what we're gonna mention, right?
right,
So let's just go with what we have. Let's go with the list that we have.
right.
So our number one out of our 10 that we came up with is to buy gift cards. And that what that means is I'll let you go into more deeper into what that means. Go ahead.
So gift cards or gift vouchers, hoping that a lot of businesses are trying to adapt to the situation and they're offering gift cards or gift vouchers that you can purchase now and either gift to family and friends to be able to use. Obviously holidays are coming up. It's a good gift to give. A lot of times we buy a lot of gifts that are kind of, unfortunately they're useless a lot of times. So rather than doing that, it's better to just maybe buy a gift card and let them buy something that it would be more meaningful, and they might be able to spend a little bit more money on top of the gift card and purchase a little bit, something nicer or whatever.
And you don't,
So
I'll add on to that is that you don't have to buy a gift card for somebody else to gift. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
buy a gift card for yourself
yeah,
for a future purchase.
yeah,
So, like I
yeah,
said, if things are bad now and you're not really,
yeah. But
wanting to,
it's a tough decision to make for a long-term future because like a lot of people may not survive a couple months, few months, or a year. So I'm talking about short term. I'm talking about like the holidays and
you
giving gift
oh,
cards.
you mean not a lot of people, like not a lot of businesses will survive.
I'm just saying, like, you don't want to
Not a lot of
have your.
people won't survive.
I mean,
People will
yeah,
still be here.
I hope so. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you mean,
businesses. Yeah,
yeah,
businesses
yeah,
will struggle. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. So that's the thing, right? So buy now would
yeah.
mean that if even if you don't necessarily want to purchase something from the business, maybe you want to purchase it in the future. So buy the gift card now and
Right,
hold on to it for the future, right? So
right.
that's one thing that I would encourage people to do, to buy gift cards. For sure. No, okay, so number two. Number two, it pertains to more specifically local restaurants,
Hmm.
because if you notice, local restaurants are hardest hit businesses in this pandemic, right?
Yep.
Because the essence of a restaurant or the essence of that business is for people to come in, sit together, spend time together,
Yeah.
mingle, have drinks,
Yeah.
have a meal together, right? And that essence or that particular part of that business has been hurting a lot.
Yep.
Um, so the way you can help local restaurants is for you to take the food out, right? So
Yeah.
order takeout.
Order to take out. Yeah.
And I get that you have to use businesses like Uber Eats and Skip the Dishes and all that kind of stuff. Yes, they take some away from the local business because they do take commission away. And I've heard some news about
Or
that.
yeah, just order on the phone. A lot of businesses accept orders on the phone.
Exactly.
Just, drive up there and get it. I mean,
And just pick it up.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, there's definitely a lot of convenience with Uber Eats and
Yeah.
Skip the Dishes. I get that because you've got the delivery at home. Um, but again, we're trying to do as much as we can to support local business, right? So
Right.
if the restaurant that you like to order from is not too far away from you, just drive out there
Yep.
and pick it up, right? It's not a big issue. But yeah, if the restaurant is a little bit further away and maybe for one of those times that you want to order from Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes or any of those delivery apps,
Mm.
sure.
Yep.
At least that's something. It's better than nothing. So
Right.
yeah, for sure. Number
How about,
three.
yeah.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna
Yeah.
say?
No, no, no. I was gonna say next would be
Yeah,
to promote these businesses in social media, let other people know how good they are. Obviously, positive experience will entail some sort of a positive review. So it's important to be able to do that for the businesses.
yeah,
And
and those kind of things. Like I'll refer back to us as a photographer, right? A shout out on social media is free.
right.
It won't cost you anything.
Mm,
Rather, it's just another way of spreading the word for the particular business, whatever it
right.
is.
Right.
And so, yeah, definitely everybody's on social media. Um, you know, most of the young people at least are. So even the old,
Yeah.
like ourselves.
Our parents, you mean?
Well, and yeah, sure.
More active are my our parents than we are.
Yeah, for sure. So, go on social media, give a shout out to your local business. That doesn't cost you anything, in fact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's something you could do for free.
All right. Number 4.
Yep. Number four, also is pretty important, and that's shopping local, right? And
Yeah.
we were kind of just discussing that in the beginning, where we were talking about not going into your Amazon Prime too much, right? Like,
Mm.
I mean, I get
It's so
Amazon.
tempting, I
It
know.
is, I know
It's,
it is. I'm a huge Amazon shopper.
yeah.
I have to admit, but like for example, I'll give you an example today. I had to buy new work boots
Mm.
for my work, and I was very tempted to order through Amazon. And I went on Amazon. I looked at boots and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, these are good, but I ended up going into Mark's, just down the street from here, and I ended up buying from them.
Yeah. Good. I
So
mean, yeah, it's good. Mark's Canadian Tire Company. It's
it is a Canadian company,
yeah.
yeah. So that's another thing. Shopping local, shopping
Yeah.
Canadian, shopping Ontario
And
kind of
even
thing,
just
right?
municipality, like I live in Pickering. There's a couple of stores down here, one called Marhaba, Bismillah, I
Yep.
think Al Habib or something that you guys
In
would have
fact,
reject.
and me living in Oshawa, I
Mm.
like to support these local grocery stores, even a little bit further away from me. So, for example, Bismillah.
Yeah.
Bismillah is in Pickering.
Yeah.
We buy meat from them all the time. So
Right.
I'll order from them, and they know us. They know what we order. They know that
Right.
we're from Oshawa,
Right.
and I've if I'm at your house or whatever, I'll drive by over and I'll just pick up
Yeah.
the meat.
Yeah.
At the
And the
same time, I
yeah.
buy from my local shop, which is
Yeah.
Habib Halal
Yeah.
meat in Oshawa.
And in Pickering, particularly Bismillah, they're pretty lenient because you can order on the phone, and when you go there, the order is ready to go.
Yeah,
So you don't have to wait around and stand in a line or something like that. You just go pick up what you need and then
yeah,
be done with it.
yeah. I particularly like that as well. Number five. So number five also is something that uh, came up with as well, and I genuinely try to keep those appointments. So I what that means is that keep your healthcare appointments. So obviously, a lot of people will, they have to keep the emergency appointments. I mean,
Mm.
you go to your
Yeah,
your
this is
doctor clinic.
non-emergency
What
appointments.
I'm talking about
Mm.
non-emergency, like your dental
Dental,
appointments,
yeah,
your
masseuse or something.
masseuse.
Unless there are restrictions, unless obviously there is
Yeah,
restrictions.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, a lot of these services are also being offered at home.
Yeah, true,
Like you could do a home masseuse appointment.
sure.
Uh,
Chiropractor, but chiropractor,
chiropractor.
yeah,
You can do chiropractor at home as
yeah.
well. I mean, I'm sure if you're creative enough, you'll find somebody.
Mm.
Recently, I had the cupping.
Mm.
I actually did cupping for the first time in my life, which was really really
At
good
home?
at home. Yeah,
Whoa. Okay.
it was it was amazing, and maybe we'll have another podcast about that
That's
and the
pretty good.
effects on that and how what my experience was with that. So
Bring your skin closer to the camera. Let me see it.
no,
It's-
no, it wasn't on the face, so you
Oh,
won't be able to
okay.
see. So but the point is to keep your healthcare appointments. Go to the dentist,
Okay.
every 6 months, and go to your different other.
Kids, also important to take the kids, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah,
We obviously we're looking into doing that again now because during the lockdown and then COVID, it got pretty tough
yeah,
going. But now we're trying to get back into that mojo again.
yeah. But then it all depends on what the local restrictions are like. If your
Yeah, yeah,
dentist office are closed or not taking
yeah.
appointments, then you can't do anything
Right,
about
right,
that.
right.
Anyways, so yeah, so keep
Mm,
that. Number six, go for it.
yep. Positive reviews online. So again, related to social media, if you've had good experience somewhere, let other people know because that's what attracts customers.
Yeah,
It's word of mouth is really big, and today's in the 20th century or 21st century, the best way of giving word of mouth is positive reviews online. Of course, if there's a restaurant that you didn't have a good experience, and then you wouldn't want to give them positive reviews, but give them a constructive criticism, right, rather than a negative review. But
yeah,
yeah, just
yeah, and
be nice, be
yeah,
kind.
go on Google. I mean, a lot of businesses get searched by Google and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
Go on Google, do a Google review. Um, obviously the point is we want positive reviews, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Every
yeah, yeah.
business, in order for them to be supported, wants positive reviews. But at the
Right.
same time, if you've got nothing like positive to
Good to
say,
say. Yeah.
then you might as well take it up with the business of what the issue is and kind
Right.
of leave it off the social media.
Right.
Yeah, so that's that. Number seven pertains to us photographers, videographers, particularly, but it also is a general sense as well,
Yeah.
and that is being patient.
Yeah.
So my thing to everybody would be to be patient with any business or services that you are, you know, uh, using, right? So
Yeah.
that if you don't get a service from a particular business that is par to your level, maybe they just don't have like that particular person who owns a business, maybe they're just not having the best time.
Right.
They may have kids at home, they may
Sure.
have family who are sick, whatever the
Sure.
case is.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pandemic may be
Yep.
taking a little bit of a different toll on them, so
Yeah. As
understand
long as
that.
people are not abusing those facts, right? They're not businesses aren't using those excuses as a way of like putting
Yeah,
themselves under an umbrella.
yeah, so
So
be reasonable,
yeah.
as long as it's a reasonable request from a business. So
Right.
if things are delayed,
Right.
things are not exactly what you seem or want it to be,
Right.
be reasonable about it, and kind of give a little bit of benefit of the doubt to
Right.
your business or the business that you deal with.
Number 8.
Go for it.
So again, particularly for us, but any businesses that require appointments, don't necessarily just cancel them. Either reschedule for a different time, depending on what the circumstances might be in a particular area. So if you don't have a full lockdown and you're able to have businesses serve you, then let them serve you, right? Like for example, if somebody's coming to install a garage door, let them come in and install a garage door. If you have somebody coming in to install a camera in the house, let them do that. Photographers, videographers, if you have their services booked and you delay your plan, don't cancel them. Don't look for a refund or whatever, because it's hard on them as it is hard on you.
So point is reschedule,
Yeah,
don't cancel,
right,
right? So try to keep the appointment in the future as well,
right,
because you hired somebody, you hired
right,
them for their service. You can
right,
always use it in a different context. Even if your event is not going the way you want it to go,
right,
you hired a photographer service, try to keep that service.
right,
You can even, I've allowed my clients to use the service that I offer and transfer it to a friend or a
right.
family
Okay.
member, right?
Yeah,
Anybody down the road, anybody in the
yeah,
future.
yeah,
Everybody's getting married, everybody's
yeah,
going to need some photographer at some point,
yeah.
right? So if
Or
you've
if they reduce their needs for their event and they don't want a photographer, videographer, maybe what they can do is they can do like a small session, and if
yeah,
they've paid a deposit, they can utilize that deposit towards a mini session or something.
a mini session, a lot of people are doing their uh front porch sessions now,
Right.
are
Yeah. Yeah.
happening as well.
Yeah.
So if you want pictures of a family session and you don't want to go anywhere, have somebody just come over and kind of drive by and do it right in front of your house.
Yep.
What
Yep.
better spot to do that
Yep.
than to do it in front of your house? So that
Num
that's great.
yeah. Number 9.
Um, Number nine, obviously, I think we touched upon a little bit before as well, and that is referring people, refer people to businesses directly. And that's very, very important, especially for the
For
wedding
us.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very important because we rely a lot on word of
Referrals.
mouth and,
Yeah.
and referrals
Yeah.
from our clients. So even if it is not photographer, videography business, if it's any other business, refer your friends and family to that business
Right.
so people can and go and try that out as well. So that's great.
That's a good segue to the last point, actually, referring people to other businesses, but there might be opportunity for you to start a business on your own. So
So
that's our
our
last point.
last
Yeah.
point was and I think that's a huge point there,
Yeah.
is to
That's
start
could be
something
a
of your own.
podcast on its own.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could talk about how to start a business and
Yeah,
how it works.
absolutely. And I think we will talk about that because we have some expertise in that matter, right? So if you were ever thinking about starting something, if you ever wanted to even think about, maybe I should be my own boss and kind of
Mhm.
thing like that, this is the best time. This is the best time because a business not only helps the economy, local economy, but also
Mhm.
helps a lot of other businesses.
Right.
You buy from other businesses, you deal with other businesses. You have to hire people. You hire other people. You're creating jobs, right?
Right.
So that is a huge thing right now. If anybody was starting or even thinking about starting a business, I would say
This is a good time.
put your step forward, get into it, regardless of what it is. Just give it a shot. Just
Yep.
give it a shot. This is the best time to do
Yeah.
that.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's easy ways to start a business, and there's obviously complicated ways to start a business. And
Whatever it is, take the
it's not
take
that hard.
take the first step forward.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is, if you've got big ideas, if you've got small ideas, just take the step forward, whatever that is, right? So just go for it. Try to do what you wanted to do. This, believe it or not, this is a good time. People might be scared of restrictions of COVID and all that kind of stuff, But I'm telling you, people need very creative businesses, and I can go on and on about examples of very creative businesses that started up right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sanitization business and all
I
that kind
looked
of
into
stuff.
that. Yeah, I looked into that.
I'm telling you, if you've got ideas, just go for it.
Yeah.
People need these. I mean, I don't want to say it, but COVID kind of brought up an industry of its
Opportunities.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
this cleaning
You
and
have to be an
sanitization.
opportunist to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. I mean, you just have to have an open mind for, doing some work
Yeah,
um, outside of what you're already doing.
yeah. Well, anyways, I want to keep this short, so short and concise. I think we've already gone over the time that we wanted to keep this at, which was a 15-minute little talk.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for tuning in, and again, it's one of those things. Just our last topic, what we talked about. I've been wanting to do a podcast, and I've been wanting to talk about different topics for a long
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I never got the opportunity, and you know as well as anybody else, I just jumped into it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to give it a shot.
So far, our biggest fan is Rida.
She wanted the shout out, which is our sister. So there
Okay.
we go. Okay, awesome, great. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Support us as well if you can. We don't really have a goal of any, future big plans or anything like that with this. We just want to talk about these issues that we have on our daily with our daily lives, right? So it is a great way of connecting with people, and I get messages every day of encouragement from different people and saying, keep it up, continue what you're doing. So if you want to support us as well, and share the video with anybody that you can. We would appreciate it, right? All
Yep.
right, take care. Bye bye.